Have you ever thought of abandoned flowers or massacred angels? To see them drink their own dew from the tears they never shed, their little heart trembling beneath the earth, imploring like a wounded animal, "Don't leave me alone, Mother." Their restless souls, bound by eternal love, cannot find rest beneath the earth. Have you ever seen a wounded animal flee in silence towards its grave? Or a wounded bird to see it search for the sky on its own? Could you believe that beauty is the gentlest of condemnations? To see the mothers with their arms outstretched to the sky, begging, "Don't leave me alone, my child." They feel their children's hearts beating from beneath the earth. They feel their hearts that refuse to die. My child, you are scattering me, little by little, with every memory. Not because you left, but because you left without me. My child, please, come back to me. I can't go on, not without you. The night becomes an altar of longing, like a broken bell that rings just like a liturgy of death. To hear the mothers' voices as they turn into song. It's hard, my child. Life hurts. The earth that hides you hurts. My child, if only you knew how much I miss you. Don't let me believe I am no longer your mother. Nothing is harder than being a mother without a child. There is no sound on earth that can contain a mother's pain. They hear their children's hearts beating from beneath the earth. Give me a sign, a breeze. Don't let me believe you're gone for good. How can I be alive with you dead inside me? Lord, I want him back. I want his last breath. I want to put it in my chest and keep it there. Why did you let me give birth to him if you knew you would take him away? Look at me, look at a mother without a child. Is this your justice? Lord, you should have given me a weapon, not a soul to love. Listener, this is a story the earth keeps hidden, just like a dead child. I stand with melted wax on my fingers, with faces harsh like shattered rocks, with thoughts collapsed into the abyss of despair. To hear them call their murdered children, crying and saying, "Your mother is here, my little soul, she's not going anywhere." I miss you, my soul. If I can't hold you in my arms, at least let me watch over you. I am here, still here, always here. My child, I promise I won't leave without you. And she stayed there for a long time, for entire nights, because what would you believe? Most of the time a mother never leaves. She stays there between life and death, in the place where her child sleeps. She stays there, sometimes even forever. Why does the earth hide you from my eyes? My child, please, come to me. Please, her voice was a prayer and bewilderment at the same time. Many mothers give their souls into the arms of love. Love transcends death. Such is the eternal bond between mother and child. Did you learn how to die, mother, so that we can be together again? For the first time, in all those nights, the mother understood the truth. Her child could no longer come. He no longer had a voice, no longer had a way, and had no one left to call. Then the mother, seeing this, lay down over the grave. And what do you know? She never got up again. The silent cemetery kept the secret. That night, no one was calling anymore, and no one was answering. Teach me, Lord, how to tell my soul that it must go on alone, to abandon me. Forced to listen to it, I will go mad. If only I could have, Lord, been at her bedside at the hour of her death. Living life, sometimes you have to learn to lose it to oblivion. Who can endure the suffering of being happy? Sometimes the truth is a great betrayal. Some moments hold death in the balance. Life, sometimes spurred on, wants to be paid at its due date. Do you know the bait in the gift, the beautiful smile that hides the fangs, the hand that kills gently, the bitter taste of duty. In truth, feeling is in a way a suffering, so give to pain what nature demands, not what custom does. It is hard to fight against the heart, for all its desires can only be satisfied at the price of the soul. That's why when the heart is wounded, your eyes cry. But listener, in disagreement with my own nature, wouldn't it mean I have to admit my soul is not divided? Tell me, Lord, shouldn't the truth have been easy, so it wouldn't fall with such great weight upon the heart? Because a word shouldn't be a burden that weighs you down, right? Is life meant to be lived or to be sacrificed? Lord, in order to understand, I have completely destroyed myself. I feel that time is no longer my friend. I keep hearing the question in a whisper, have you learned how to die? If I didn't know how to live, at least I should have learned how to die, right? What can I say? That I was just getting ready to learn how to live? No, I am preparing to face death. And after all, nature gave me a soul to be killed. It's a good thing. At least I'm not complaining about death. Honestly, I was truly born for this. I don't know how to say it, but I think I'm a man with a barren heart. Do you feel the joy of my dead eyes and tears? Listener, I write so I don't scream. I still haven't learned to breathe and roar at the same time. Do you feel the energetic attack of my words? The dead cannot speak. I turn a deaf ear to the advice of reason. Do you feel the heart-wrenching cry of the animal killed for our use? I, the monster of the night, no longer sing songs, I only let out moans. My delusion, the wretched one, wishing myself well, I only bring evil upon myself. How can I find the law of understanding? Do you notice the subtlety of my writing as I write with a dagger in hand? The words I will utter from a poor bed, dressed in a rag, to serve the meaning of existence. From wisdom I will fall straight into the abyss, brother. What good was silence when remorse is screaming? Sometimes the truth must be kept in a cage like a wild animal. But have courage. A serene soul endures anything, right? My whole life is before my eyes now. What is left of me belongs more to death. Harnessed to a lifetime of suffering, at the end of my desire, I now believe only the noose is left for me. Run, run my soul, so you don't cry from the pain. Lord, the joy of my dead eyes and tears. And I walk slowly, slowly, with the steps of a man who has lost life's compass. He said, I am just a walking grave. I am no longer a mother. Listener, sometimes you would wish you could absorb all the venom from the poisoned flowers, to feel the silence of the darkness, to hear how the voice of mothers pierces the silence. Have you ever wondered what silence is? Is it perhaps to hear the pain crying? I stand by the cross, his favorite toy held tight to my chest. The tears keep mixing with the blood of memories. Why, Lord, does life still flow in me, if it can no longer flow in him? He began to dig with his hands in the earth, tearing his flesh on the stones. His nails were breaking, his blood mixed with the mud, but he could not stop. He thought he heard, Mother, why are you calling me? I am no longer whole, Mother. That's why he screams, because I love you and because I cannot live without feeling you. The wind stopped suddenly, as if the cemetery were holding its breath. You'd think that sometimes the wind blows, just to awaken death. If you press your forehead closer to the ground, you will hear that everything beautiful hurts. You should have seen how the tears fell to the ground like the beats of a lost heart. You might think they brought their heart as an offering to their sad earth. Lord, how do you explain to a soul that parting is not a betrayal but a release? We kept walking like that, me pulling him by the hand, him crying in silence, and both of us trying to learn what it means to go on. Perhaps the soul is a wounded animal. You touch it, and it bites. Listeners, what do you think of the children of the assassinated fighters? Do you think they will rise up and demand an accounting from those in charge of the curse? Reader, do you also feel the cold hand of our past strangling our necks, a hand that rises from the graves of our ancestors? I believe there is no tomb sealed so well that the curse cannot penetrate it. To be of use to life, doesn't that mean setting the soul in motion according to its nature? Then why at night do mothers call out to their murdered children? The mother who held her child tight to her chest can no longer hold him close to her heart. He is now far away in a grave. Some have brought their hearts as a sacrifice to our sad and tormented land. They swore to love it faithfully until death, with all its heavy burden, and they would not despise any of its secrets. Thus they bound themselves to it for life. They said they would sprinkle it with their blood and asked it to accept their bodies as a grave. There were no cures for madness. Others in foreign lands carried earth in their pockets so that at the moment of death they could put it in their mouths to avoid leaving their blood on foreign soil. Thus they felt the price of life. It is believed that at the moment of death they would bite the earth and shed a tear. They would say, "How fortunate that the earth buries our mistake." History is the voice of the grave. The land of heroes is the heart of the living. They conquered the reason of life with the truth of death. Feeling is suffering, brother. Give pain what nature demands, not habit. Never has the attack on reason been more alive than in our times. How can you dress your rebellions in an imagined truth? Success belongs only to those who have been persecuted. Most of the time, our soul, the way we use it, disturbs the tranquility of our lives rather than being of any use. So great is the mind's weakness when reason abandons it. Reason drives away other pains, only to give birth to repentance. For the ignorant, ignorance is a misfortune. An untended flower remains wild. Kindness is incompatible with life. Young, you are a slave to dreams. Moving forward, you become a slave to regrets. There is no kindness in cunning. Thought plays the ugliest trick on us. Don't you see the bait in the gift? The mind is just a machine for producing misery. I believe I have unwillingly betrayed the very core of my own nature. Honestly, to understand, I had to destroy myself completely. The essence of my life is sifted through the furnace of dread. I can no longer fight the evidence. Pleasure is but a stimulant to endure suffering. Thought, this fenced-in prejudice, has become a prisoner of my sensations. From now on, I must live out the full importance of life in renunciation. Why does the spirit unite while the soul divides? My reason is now deceived. It enters consciousness in disguise, creates emotions, and manipulates them with cunning. Reason now intervenes only at critical moments. The tribunal of my conscience is wavering. I have been eternally driven by wandering instincts. What should I do? Enter fully into the inner tearing, or go for total liquidation? If I want to understand in a human way, madness overcomes me. Since it is impossible to reach knowledge, I must begin to write. I do not like to breathe from prejudice. Should I in my thoughts break my covenant with life? It is one thing to see the light of day full of grace, and another to pay dearly for it. In the end, all seekers have ended up in renunciation or despair. Becoming lyrical now in suffering, the meaning of my life is irremediably lost. Believe me, true joy is a severe thing. If the target is missing, life is a wandering. You seek liberation from wandering, the torment of rediscovery. you see that the vigil is a reality, brother. Do you want to know what reason is? To organize chaos. Let us thank God that no man can be forced to live. The intelligent man must live not as he pleases, but as is fitting for him. That is why, as long as I can, I will expose my veins for all to see. It is better to conquer sadness than to deceive it. Culture is the cultivation of forgetting. You cannot command the heart, desire points the way. Why can't you live without interpreting? This past of mine attacks me at every step. Memories besiege me terribly ever since my conscience was torn apart. Now that my balance is threatened, how can I resist the temptation of moderation? Now more than ever, I feel the need to put my memories with their backs against the wall. I feel in my throat the suffocating gag of my memories. My thoughts are already biting at my heart. I believe I must answer for all that I have forgotten. But those with a clear conscience cannot live untroubled. As far as I know, paradise cannot be built with tears. Existence, if it cannot be loved, can only be endured. However sweet melancholy may be, sadness still remains bitter. Friend, at the height of pain, help your soul find its composure. But do not command the scream to come out, but allow it, but do not forget, only as much as the tether allows. I wish I could walk hand in hand with a sad God, to be a flower grown on a grave, and for a sad and angry angel to pick me. Illustrious people like me have taken the earth as their grave. People are divided by the very thing that unites them. Come, Lord, let me make a bloody cradle, and may this whole wonderful celestial vault serve as my gallows. Lord, guide my soul to hell. I too want to die unmourned and unburied. Mother, if you find me, do not open my eyes lest the frost see them. Listener, you must learn to laugh through your tears. Come, Lord, let me make a bloody cradle, and may this whole wonderful celestial vault serve as my gallows. Lord, guide my soul to hell. I want to die unmourned and unburied. Mother, if you find me, do not open my eyes, so the sky won't see them. Listener, learn to laugh through your tears.
Friend, at the height of pain, help your soul find its composure. But don't command the scream to come out, just allow it. But do not forget, only as much as the tether allows.